Why? Because if I take glucose, glucose arrives in the body. I have something called a Krebs cycle, where my body will process glucose. What happens is glucose arrives, it's absorbed, goes through a certain series of chemical processes, and then 80% of that energy goes into the muscles and the organs. That goes great. However, if I take fructose, and the end result is that, the end result of taking, say, 120 calories of glucose is 0.5 calories of fat is absorbed by my body. And the rest gets lost in different chemical reactions. If I take fructose, that hits the body, goes straight to the liver. The liver takes it and has to go through a process that's kind of awkward and not what it's really designed to do. And the end result is increased LDLs, which is the bad cholesterol, increased blood pressure, and also increased insulin resistance in the muscles, but also in the liver. So in other words, all of a sudden, man, we're going to talk about calorie as a calorie? Not for a second. Not for a second. No, now, what's the difference? Sucrose is half glucose, half fructose. Which means that, you know what? It's not necessarily great for us. A food that is high in glucose is actually maple syrup. There we go. So I'll give you something else that's going to green light thing. However, if I take sucrose and I eat it, I know it's going to be half glucose, half fructose. Okay, so let's accept sugar as what it is. We know that sugar isn't great for you. I'm not saying that. However, fructose by itself, or necessarily high fructose corn syrup. There are great ads out there right now that say, like, it's just like corn. You know, your doctor says that, there's a great ad that says, my hairdresser says I shouldn't eat high fructose corn syrup. And then the other woman, who's obviously the smart one, says, oh, your hairdresser is a doctor? Which is great. It's a great commercial. Because what it says is, hey, you know what? You should listen to what your doctor says. I'm going to say, your doctor spent many, many years getting an education knowing what drugs will kill you and what won't. However, he didn't get any education on high fructose corn syrup. Nor is he really interested in it. Tom's a pharmacist, alright? Tommy, back me up. Yeah, Tommy's coming on. He's nodding off the record right now. So, in 1940s, daily intake of fructose was 15 grams. We'll go through sugar. If fructose comes from fruit, alright? 2005 daily intake of fructose in your average adolescent is 72 grams. What's really interesting is you look at research that talks about how we've increased in our obesity levels. If you neutralize it and get